What would happen if someone gave the world's worst spender unlimited money? Not 1 million, not 1 billion. Unlimited. No limit. No bank refusing. No empty account. Every time Mrs. Sticky wanted something, she could buy it. At first, it sounded like the greatest dream ever. Mrs. Sticky couldn't believe it. She looked at her wallet. Still empty. Then suddenly, a strange black card appeared. There was no logo. No bank name. No numbers. Just one sentence. Spend as much as you want. Mrs. Sticky laughed. This has to be fake. So she walked into the nearest coffee shop. 1 coffee, please. She tapped the card. Approved. No balance. No receipt showing a limit. Just approved. Mrs. Sticky blinked, then smiled, then laughed even louder. She rushed outside. Maybe it wasn't fake after all. To be sure, she bought a brand new bicycle. Approved. A giant television. Approved. A luxury sofa. Approved. A gaming PC. Approved. A diamond necklace. Approved. Nothing failed. Nothing stopped her. Within 1 hour, her tiny house looked like a luxury mansion that had exploded inside it. Boxes covered every corner. Furniture blocked the doors. The tiny dog couldn't even find a place to sit. Mrs. Sticky looked around proudly. I think I'm officially rich. But then, a dangerous thought entered her mind. If everything is free, why should I stop? That single decision changed everything. Mrs. Sticky walked into the biggest shopping mall in the city. For the first time in her life, she didn't look at price tags. She pointed at things instead. I'll take that. And that. And that too. Luxury handbags. Designer watches. Gold jewelry. Limited edition sneakers. Everything she touched became hers. People stopped shopping just to watch her. One employee whispered, "Who is she?" Another replied, "I don't know, but she must be the richest woman alive." Mrs. Sticky smiled even bigger. She loved hearing those words. Soon, shopping bags weren't enough anymore. So she hired people just to carry her purchases. Then she rented an entire warehouse, only to store the things she'd bought in a single afternoon. But somehow, that still wasn't enough. If money is unlimited, then why am I thinking so small? That's when she walked into a luxury car showroom. 1 sports car, 2 ordinary. She bought 5. A black one, a white one, a pink one, a convertible, and an SUV? For grocery shopping, she said proudly. The salesman couldn't believe it. Mrs. Sticky tossed him the black card again. Approved. No questions. No limit. As she drove home, she suddenly noticed something. She could only drive 1 car at a time. The others just sat there, doing nothing. But instead of stopping, Mrs. Sticky laughed. If one garage is full, I'll just buy a bigger garage. She had no idea that this wasn't just becoming a spending problem anymore. It was becoming an addiction. And the next thing she bought would be the biggest mistake she had ever made. Mrs. Sticky stood in front of the largest mansion she'd ever seen. 20 bedrooms, an indoor cinema, a swimming pool bigger than her entire neighborhood. She smiled. I'll take it. Approved. She walked through the front door and immediately started decorating. A golden bathtub, a room just for shoes, a room just for hats, a room just for money. Every empty space had to be filled. Because somehow, buying things had become more exciting than owning them. A few hours later, the mansion was overflowing. Boxes, furniture, luxury decorations. Everything looked expensive, but nothing felt special anymore. Mrs. Sticky sat down. She looked around, then quietly whispered, "Now what?" For the first time, unlimited money didn't feel exciting. It felt normal. So she searched for something even bigger. That's when she saw it. A private island, white beaches, crystal clear water, a giant luxury villa. Her eyes lit up. This is perfect. Without thinking for even 1 second, she pressed buy. Approved. Mrs. Sticky jumped with excitement. I own an island. She imagined herself relaxing on the beach, watching sunsets, living the billionaire life forever. But when she finally arrived, reality looked very different. There were no supermarkets, no hospitals, no restaurants, no electricity, no internet, no workers, nothing. Just a beautiful island with absolutely nothing on it. Mrs. Sticky looked around in complete silence, then looked at the tiny black card. For the first time, she didn't know what to buy, because money could buy the island, but it couldn't magically build a life on it. She sat alone on the beach, listening to the waves, and suddenly realized something she'd never thought about before. Having unlimited money doesn't mean you make unlimited good decisions. But the biggest surprise was still waiting for her. Mrs. Sticky finally returned home. Not because she wanted to, because she'd run out of ideas. She looked around at everything she'd bought. Luxury cars, a giant mansion, a private island, rooms full of expensive things she'd already forgotten about. For the first time, none of it made her smile. She slowly picked up the strange black card, the same card that had made every impossible dream come true. Then, a new message appeared. Experiment complete. Mrs. Sticky frowned. Another sentence appeared underneath. Unlimited money was never the reward. It was the test. Suddenly, every expensive thing she'd bought started disappearing. The cars, gone. The mansion, gone. The island, gone. The jewelry, gone. One by one, everything vanished, until she was standing back inside her tiny house, exactly where she'd started. Only one thing remained. The tiny black dog quietly walked over and sat beside her. Mrs. Sticky looked around the empty room, then looked at the little dog. She smiled, not because she still had nothing, but because she finally understood something. She had spent the entire experiment trying to own everything, without ever asking whether she actually needed it. Unlimited money didn't make her rich. It simply made her mistakes. Unlimited. Real wealth isn't buying everything you can. It's knowing what deserves your money and what doesn't. Mrs. Sticky placed the black card on the table, walked away, and never looked back. Because for the first time, she wasn't dreaming about becoming rich. She was finally learning how not to become poor.